Hey y'all. So again, I just want to pick up a little bit off the video I posted yesterday, um, which was skydiving, and I did that back in 2022. It was the number one thing to do on my bucket list. I am pretty afraid of heights. I wouldn't say severely, but to an extent severely. It's weird how it works with like certain levels of heights. Like I'm more afraid of a height that's just above tree level than I am of being up in a plane. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me, but I guess I'm less afraid when things are more smaller. I want to say from a higher distance. Yeah, so anyhow, that was something I really wanted to do, a fear I wanted to face. And if I wasn't sober, I would have never did that at all. For one, would have never had the money, and two, just never been able to, do it in general. I mean, because I wasn't thinking about that kind of stuff anyhow. So, I mean, it's a pretty intense situation. Especially those first few seconds of the free fall until your body adjusts to it. I mean, it's probably the best part of it, was settling into that free fall and telling myself, just make sure I yell or make a noise so I don't like hold my breath and pass out. And that place is called Skydive. I think it's Skydive Key West. And then, yeah, so that's where I was at. So the thought process behind that is like me and a friend went on a vacation to the Keys, and I've always thought about skydiving. So I was like, what better place to do it than here, where there's all these little islands that you can see from like 20,000 feet. So that was something that convinced me to commit. And then another thought was, well, if there's like a chance of the parachute not opening up and you like free fall, we might have a slight chance of hitting water rather than land. So yeah, that was in my head also. So yeah, if anybody has the urge to want to do it, I highly recommend it. It's something that you'll never forget, and I think it's like one of the biggest like rushes that's possible here on Earth. And yeah, go for it. Just do it. It's the only way. Just do it. Like Nike. But yeah. If you hear my dog in the background, he's grounded because he ate off the table and he knows he's not allowed to do that. So he's a little sad right now because he's in the pen. So he's doing a couple hours in there. So yeah, anyhow, I went to church today. I try to go every Sunday. It doesn't always happen that way. I serve there also, so I'm an usher. I help seat people for church and for some of the church events that they have, like the Christmas show that they just had not too long ago in December. But it's crazy because like how God aligns things to like kind of let you know you're on the right path. I don't know if anybody's ever experienced that, but if you're open to that sort of thing, you can kind of see it working. And some things that I was talking about on previous videos, like with dreams and stuff, like that same stuff was being talked about at church today. So about, one of the things that he said was, now that you've went through those open doors, those doors are closing behind you, and now there's going to be open windows. So that just means more opportunities, more blessings, more miracles, because one thing that they talk about is growth, being raised to the next level. God's preparing you always to go to the next level. And it's crazy, man. Like, just being able to surround myself with people that are like that. It's good to have positive people around you, especially when you're not feeling positive yourself. It's I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it's what somebody needs to keep on going. Because there could be a lot of times where that self-doubt, and the enemy creeps in telling you can't do something, you're not good enough for something, you're not prepared for something, you'll never do that. It's too big of a risk, it's too scary, just everything that comes with holding you back from taking that next step of something that you're thinking about doing. And like I was saying, dreams, when the pastor said, about being tapped into that dream, because that's where God talks to you. He feeds you the dreams of things that give you purpose or make you feel like you have purpose, your will here on earth. And if you're not tapped into that, then you could be lost. And that was me for a while. Like I said, I always believed, but I didn't follow real hard. I didn't acknowledge God into my life. So I always saw him as I don't want to say a punishing God, but it's just like he never acknowledged me, if that makes any sense. But how I came to truly find faith, like I was talking about on another video, is that my last incident, whenever I was trying to take my life, that's when I saw God working. I was just driving recklessly, trying to take my life, and I was praying. I was like, God, either kill me or cure me, because I don't want to live like this. Alcohol wasn't doing its job anymore. I wasn't feeling the good effect that alcohol would give me. I would still be depressed and sad and angry, and so there was between my drink, and there was a girl that helped push me overboard too. Not, I don't want to say not getting what I wanted, but what I thought we had, not getting what I thought we had, and my alcoholism, I lost myself, and I just didn't want to live anymore. So I tried to take my own life, and I was praying to God, driving insane, man. I can't even I don't want to say too much in detail, but just driving like you would on Grand Theft Auto is the best way I could put it. Just that careless, thinking that you can't die. Only I wanted to, so I was trying to. And then I was praying. I was like, God, either kill me or cure me, because I don't want to live like this anymore, And when I opened up to him like that, he just came rushing in and just relieved me of that addiction, that alcoholism. That was my main choice of drug. I would use whatever, but alcohol is what I always chased. And it's I went somewhere for a little bit of time and just slept the whole time I was in there. And like 3 days straight, I want to say, like they would wake up to feed me, and then I would go right back to sleep. And then like whenever I woke up, I just felt different. I was truly changed. The obsession, the compulsion to want to drink was gone, you know. And I tried stopping on my own multiple times, and it would never work, or at least I didn't have a feeling like this. Like I would not do it, but I would still be thinking of the drug, you know, of alcohol. And this time I didn't have it. It wasn't there. Like I had a will to want to live differently. And that's something I never had before. So that's whenever I found faith, because I saw something working outside of me. You know, I thought it was all about me. I thought I was the one that had to do it. And I guess what I'm trying to say is like all I had to do was open up and receive. And you know, ever since then, I've been living completely different, a whole new attitude and outlook upon life. And that's something I'm grateful for. Like I said, I struggle and have my battles sometimes within, you know, with the mind and how it wants to think and stuff. But like I said, that's why it's important to have, you know, something going on around you that can help you get through those times. Like I got my 12-step program. I got people in my church. I got, you know, the guys at the fire department that I hang out with sometimes here and there. And then I got, you know, the people that I've met through the program. And it's led me to some spectacular places in life. Like I wouldn't even be in this field, honestly, the vinyl extrusion field, because that wasn't even my idea. It was a suggestion that somebody, you know, gave me. It was like, why don't you go try that place? And I've been in that field for 8 years now. So, I mean, my thinking isn't always the greatest thinking, and that's why it's important to surround myself with people who can help me get through some of those thoughts that I might have, negative thoughts, or just better thoughts, like, or things that I wouldn't even think of. You know, that's why it's important to not isolate and be a part of society, which is another thing that I do struggle with, like, because there's times where I don't want to be bothered or be around people, or just want to, you know, self-reflect, or just have the weight of the world lifted off my shoulders, I guess you'd say. You know, so, which is okay, you know, in small little time lengths, but it's not good to stay like that for a long period of time. And I've got to know the difference between those two. So yeah, just what I'm saying here is that, you know, just don't think that you gotta do stuff by yourself, you know, because I know I can't do it by myself. It's important that I have people that I can talk to, that can help me through thinking, help me problem solve, and help me grow, or maybe analyze myself, because maybe I'm not seeing something about myself and somebody else is able to see that because it's not me. So I guess looking at me from the outside view. So, you know, it's important to have. But yeah, just back to the whole dreams thing, you know, being tapped into God and trying to do, you know, fulfill his purpose in my life. You know, it's just trying to stay tapped into that and letting it guide me through the journey. So, you know, I don't think we ever get to a final destination until, you know, life's over. But the whole journey is the point of it. They say there's a birth date and then there's a death date, and the most important part on there is the little dash in between the two dates, because that's everything that you did within that lifetime. So I think I got that from either a friend or motivational video or something, but the little dash has the biggest meaning on there. Not the birth date, not the death date, but that dash, everything that you did with that time in between. So, you know, I just want to fulfill that time with what I can bring to others, what I can bring to the world, you know, rather if it's just a little ripple or a big ripple. You know, I don't want to be the one that takes like I used to. I want to give, you know, I want to help. And the only way I could do that is to continue on a sober life and bring God into my life so that, you know, he can work through me and vice versa with him working through others with me. So yeah, that's really all I got today, guys. I don't know if I can spin this around. I can't, but I was gonna have Ace say hi. He's over there just hanging out. I'm gonna be letting him out pretty soon. So I'm almost done with this timeout. But all right, guys. Hopefully you got something from this. Like I said, I'm gonna keep trying to post a video a day. You know, rather if it's something I have in my phone that I could relate to and talk to the next day or whatever, or just if I'm going through something, just talk about it, bring it to light, you know, not let it stay inside, just share it, and hopefully somebody can get something from it. All right, so